To the air on first down. Throws for the tight end. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
The big fellow laying out. Look at that body control, using all that muscle, all that strength to lay out and make the big catch for his team.
Looking to throw on first down. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Notre Dame has made this second down play much more difficult after going backwards. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive. That incompletion leaves him staring at a third down. Wide receiver comes in motion. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Working that left side. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be fourth down and 1. Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Looking downfield on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Not much on that return, but I think they'll let him slide after. Looking to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Marshall. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. First and 10. Sends it back in motion. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Fires to the middle. It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy. It's second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Quick release on the RPO. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Well, they're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. That pass not closes. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Looking to the big tight end. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
I know that shot down the field was incomplete. but you've got to keep taking shots. Those receivers love to go deep. It gives them a breath of fresh air. They get more excitement. They're going to the quarterback with a little bit more juice because you know you're feeding them. So I would keep taking deep shots down the field.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15.
Man, that's so frustrating. And it happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
Wide open downfield. And the defense finally able to corral him at the 45. That will move the chain. Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. Wants to throw it again. Unloads it left. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. That's the end of the quarter, and Boston College has the lead as we get a look at the numbers so far. Notre Dame comes out of the break facing third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Chucked it away just as he was hit. Has no choice but to throw it away, and it'll bring up... Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Not able to hook up there, incomplete. Guys, let's take a step back and talk about Notre Dame. They lose in the semis last year. Any potential for a hangover this season?
I don't think so, and I think they obviously didn't finish last season the way they wanted to, but having the success they had, David, that opened the eyes to a lot of portal players around the country. They wanted to come here knowing they could build on that and take the next step.
And sometimes it takes those steps, Jesse. Like, you've got to crawl before you walk. And this team, they tasted it. They know what it feels like. They know what it's like to be in the playoffs, and they want more. And they get to take some anger out and some hard feelings out today to start this season.
Now the play fake. Makes the grab. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Still looking on the move. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. Notre Dame right back to the line.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
They'll line up for a second down play. Running inside. It's Young. And again finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time. A third down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down. Timeout called by the Eagles. It's their... Wants to throw on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Griffin. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. BC uses a timeout here. It's 2nd of the half. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. They're down to the 25 on 1st and 10. Wants to go right back downfield. Fires to the wideout. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone.
He'll take a shot. It's broken up. They took a shot, and he was equal to the challenge to knock it away. Being started out great on this drive, but then a couple of incompletions, and now it's 3rd and 10. Trying to make magic with his feet. This defense makes a play, stopping him well short, and it'll be 4th down from the 24. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. To the air on first down. Hit as he throws. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, week 1, the start of a brand new season, and it's our pleasure to welcome you into the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with the UConn Huskies.
Boston College ready to kick things off and start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. Notre Dame comes onto the field ready to go to work. They start this third quarter, 1-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. They'll run the option. Now the pitch. They'll make the tackle, but not before he's got enough to move the sticks and has this defense's head spinning with the option. Now from the 40, it's first and 10. Off play action. The throw. Complete with conviction on the crosser. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on first down. A little screen to the running back. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. Pass completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Looking downfield on first down. Fires left and wings it incomplete.
Well, on that incompletion, the quarterback and receiver just not on the same page. I mean, that wasn't even close.
Into the third quarter of this opening week of the season, it's now 2nd and 10. Showing the arm strength down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions have them staring at 3rd and 10. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Takes a hit as he fires. up to kick off and get this one started. And he'll just take a knee in this drive. So Notre Dame's offense gets to come out for its first possession of the game. And here comes the freshman quarterback who has certainly outperformed his recruiting ranking. A recruit this coaching staff really was much higher on than a lot of the services, and man, did that pay off as he won the job to start the season. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He'll pull it down. Slides, avoids the hit. What a play to convert on second and long.
It's such a good sign for your offense when your quarterback is this dialed in early in the game, right? On the RPO, wanted to throw it, nobody open, so he takes off running it himself and gets a big gainer. If I'm the coordinator and play caller, I'm finding more ways to get this guy running the football and keep this defense on their heels.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He didn't that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field making the nice tackle.
He finds a dead spot in the middle. Runs through a man, and he might have some space. They get him on the ground at the 37, but give him 15 yards on that chunk play, and they'll move the chains. Notre Dame ready to go back to work with another first down. Might be looking to run. That one never had a chance. Incomplete. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Notre Dame. They had quite the ride last year, made it to the semifinals, couldn't finish the deal. Regression or redemption?
And today we're going to find out. And that's what's cool. Last year did not finish the way they wanted to, but they did get to the playoff. That is an accomplishment. Now, did that raise the level of intensity for these guys for a whole offseason, Jesse? And do they come out better?
I think it has. I think the sense of urgency on this team has actually gone up. There were a lot of people patting them on the back last year. Yeah, you didn't win it all, but you made it to the playoff. Nice job. They're hungrier than they were a season ago. Let's see if that shows itself here today.
Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. Here's a heat. Finds his big tight end. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Well, it's a nice job by the tight end there. He's patient. He fights his way through all the traffic in the middle of the field, running that drag route, making it an easy completion for the quarterback.
Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Back to pass. Finds his big tight end. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. And he will score! Touchdown, Fighting Irish! Trying to start the drive with a pass. Finds his back in the middle. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. The Irish come to the line facing second and short. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Young. They stop him cold. Maybe gets a yard to the 34.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. Finally forced out of bounds, maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Trying play action. Grant behind the line. It's Young. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. Guys, let's take a step back and talk about Notre Dame. At some point, with all of the transfer portal talk and guys going in and out, you can score one for continuity with this ball club, can't you, David?
That means your system and your culture is working, because these guys so often are just going for the next opportunity, the next bag of money. Nice job. They kept their guys that they recruited, that they love.
Yeah, it sounds so cliche, but these players really have...
Breaks it inside the 10. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6.
And they're attacking the middle of the field. That's a big gain by the offense. And I know the big fella, I know it takes him a second to get going, but once he gets 8, 10, 12 yards downfield, those are big strides, and it's hard for people.
Touchdown, Fighting Irish! And they take it in for 6 more points. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They'll start this drive going to the air. He makes a grab. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Goes to the option. He'll toss it. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown. On first and goal, Notre Dame will try to get it in the end zone. Looking for the goal line, and he will score! Touchdown, Irish! Looking to throw on first down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And they won't make the connection going for the big play. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. They'll move the wide receiver. Back to pass on second down. Gonna try to get it himself. Slides past the sticks, and he converts on second and long. Great awareness on the scramble. Offense, quick tempo.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
And the defense finally able to corral him at the 45. That will move the chain.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. He'll try to do it himself. Stands in and takes the hit. Incomplete. And man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Finds a man in the middle. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
They'll move the tight end. The short hands, it's Griffin. He's across the 30 and out of bounds at the 31-yard line.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. They'll run play action. He's got his man across the middle. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wide receiver. Off play action on first down. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
The Irish will need to move the sticks on 3rd and long to keep this drive going. Rush is on him. He gets away. QB got it himself. He slides and gets the first down. What a weapon to have a guy who can move the chains for you by any means necessary. Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. Off the play fake. Caught over the middle. It's Young. Following the completion, we get a stoppage to check out the injured player. That is the freshman defensive end that they're very excited about. They're hoping that he's able to return to the game shortly. Now on the option. Now the pitch. And he stopped right there. No gain on the play.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that rep.
Notre Dame comes to the line, that last completion, giving them a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Makes the grab. It's Griffin.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
The completion picked up 6 yards on first down. Now 2nd and 4. Keeps it on the option. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Ball at the 31, 3rd and short coming. Defense trying to rise up. They'll try to get the first through the air. Quick completion on the out route. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. Notre Dame comes to the line, that last completion, giving them a fresh set of downs. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. Here comes the heat. He sacked this defense all over him.
Man, that's a great example of KYP. Know your personnel. A QB that doesn't run great, trying to get outside the pocket. Nice job by the defense, applying pressure and running him down and getting the huge loss.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
The play action fake. Throws to the tight end. Connection to the right. He'll be stopped, but not before he carries it down to the 9-yard line, and that's why you get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. We've come to the end of the period, and Notre Dame has the lead. We take just a minute to look at the stats as they are threatening to put this one away. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. He just kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go.
Touchdown, Notre Dame! And the route is on. They've got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. The run inside. It's Young. Here's a little room there. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. He rifles one deep to the left. Touchdown, Fighting Irish! And the pummeling has started.
Salt enter wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
Here come the Irish back on offense. Boy, they have delighted these home fans here by putting this game in a hammerlock, David.
Yeah, and this crowd's been jacked up. That
couldn't fight his way out of the end zone, and they get him for a save. The old coaching cliche, go play or no every week, and for the first week, they get it done.
Yeah, great start to the season. That's what you want. You want to come out, find a way to win. Was it perfect? Absolutely not. You're going to find things to work on throughout the season, but 1-0, that's what
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Off the play fake on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. You can really set the tone for what's possible in your season in early season showdowns like this, both in the top 10 and both with the loftiest of goals.
This one's fun too, David, because we had this game circled in the offseason. We knew this was going to be a really good matchup early, and we're going to find out the answers to a lot of questions we have about both these teams.
Well, and sometimes it's hard to figure that out, right? Like, you don't get till mid-season, you're like, oh, they haven't played anybody. Out the gates, 2 top 10 teams, we get to find out really quickly who's legit.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Working that left side now. Runs through a man. He might have space. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Rolled into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up.
Well, I know it's early this season, but it's off.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Fires to the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Now the play fake. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Notre Dame facing a 3rd and long, trying to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 30. So first down here as they go back to work. Running inside. It's Young. Finding some room. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. Less than a yard to go to pick up the first down. Trying to impose their will with the run. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. At the end of that play, there is still a member of the Fighting Irish down on the field. Wants to throw on first down. Punts it out of the air. Oh, he's got some space. They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield. Pick up 10 and the first down. Motion from the wideout. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Grabbed behind the line. It's Young. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Off play action. Throws to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete. Jarred loose by the hit.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
That's
wide receiver going in motion. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Young.
I think one of the biggest keys in stopping these big physical running backs is you can never let them get momentum running downhill. And I think that was a big factor on that play. They didn't get him right away. He was able to break a tackle, but he couldn't get the speed going. And as a result, he's going backwards. That's a big TFL for the defense.
Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
to the air on first down. Finds his man. It's Young. Here's why this was so much fun, guys. Early in the season, sort of a proving ground type of game for a couple of squads that believe they could win it all.
And we've heard so much in this offseason, right, about both of these teams and top 10 teams preseason. Now you get a chance to prove it. Like, now you get a chance to see who are the dudes on the squad. These are always fun early in the season, Jesse.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to find out what these teams are about because we've seen both teams beat up on weaker competition. We know they're both very talented, but let's see good against good and find out what they are. Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip that one for a first down.
Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. This time he wants to throw. Shoots it to the left. Makes a grab. Oh, and he thought he might be able to wiggle his way into the end zone, but they knock him down at the 3.
This offense has put a pretty good drive together, man. A little bit of balance, back-to-back plays, creating some chunks of yardage, and now really set up in a position to do a first and goal, and the defense, their head's spinning a little bit because mixing the run and pass really well on this drive.
And the D deny them on second and goal. Looking to fire. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Irish! The Irish, after the chunk play through the air, back to the line. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Zings it complete to the right. Turning it on. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chain down to the 34. Trying play action. That pass falls incomplete, and it wraps up an entertaining first. Both offenses doing damage. First play of the period will be a second down. We'll send the tight end in motion. On second down, he'll try to make the connection. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Going the other way, and he's got room. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Miami!
One of the things I love about this linebacker, guys, is the versatility. He's not just good against the run. He not only can rush the passer, he can cover as well. Great job reading the QB's eyes.
Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Looking to throw on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
They knock him down right there. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And they can't complete the bullet pass on third down.
Oof, you got to be careful.
Looking downfield on first down. He hurls one deep down the left. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Got room on the return. Made a defender miss.
And I love the way this defense just responded. Sometimes you're over there drinking Powerade on the sidelines.
Notre Dame comes onto the field ready to go to work. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
And the defense drags him down. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Got his man. Could not make his way to the corner. Looking to throw on first down. And just left that.